Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Overdramatic with Austin. Yay! This is episode 12. Um, so, I suck. I'm so sorry. I'm the worst. I literally said we're back on the podcast grind, like new episodes every week. Literally missed last week. I have a good reason though. I have a good reason before everyone starts like coming at me with their pitchforks. The reason I missed last week is because I was in fact binge watching every single episode of Kim of Queens. Okay, that show is so good, and that's literally going to be our opening topic for today, Kim of Queens. As a Southern woman, little Southern woman herself, um, from Georgia. Honestly, I looked up where the pageant place was, and I grew up like 30 minutes, 40 minutes away from it. So hit me up, Kim, for a collab. Actually, she doesn't own it anymore. Actually, it's not even a thing anymore. So yeah. Anyway, I watched all of Kim of Queens this weekend. I have a lot of thoughts because, as you know, as a Dance Moms connoisseur, what that was a big word. I don't even think I said that right. As a Dance Moms fan, watching Kim of Queens was like watching Dance Moms if it wasn't intense. So here are my thoughts. First of all, Kim, incredible. She sends those girls out there, and she does not care if they win or lose. It is about making points. It's about helping them like build their future. It's not about the first place win, the second, third, fourth, fifth. It's about lessons. And I love that. And that's like the contrast between like her and Abby Lee Miller is like Abby Lee Miller just like wanted success. She just wanted her girls to win, 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 win to because that looks good on paper. But Kim, she just wants to teach them lessons that they're going to take with for the rest of their life if they go on their way to win Miss Georgia or Miss USA. You know what I mean? So love Kim. Allison, that is literally diva. It's so city. That's like my new vocal stem. That's my new vocal stem. Just going around saying it's so city. Angie, it's so city. Like me when I'm sitting down to film my podcast, like it is so city. And the way she Allison, the way she was so real for going after the pageant coach who was in season 2 trying to like I guess get Kim's kids. I don't know. The one that Hannah did like the last episode with because oh sorry, I'm like stuffy today. Cause if you didn't know, the way because I watched the first season on Disney Plus because it was just added. But the second season, if you did not know, there's a second season because I did not know. There's a second season, and when they decided to cancel the show because of low viewings, they aired episodes out of order. So like, the last episode was supposed to be them going to Nashville with Addison and Raven, but they aired it out of place. I don't know, it's weird. So episode 8, if you go on like Lifetime's YouTube, I'm pretty sure it's episode 8 is supposed to be episode 10, but I don't it's weird the way they have it aired here. I'll like describe it cuz this is like the perfect way to watch it cuz this is how I watched it. Um let's see. Okay. So Kick Some Sash is supposed to be the last episode of the season. So it's supposed to go after episode what is it, 7? Because episode 7's not on YouTube for some reason, I think. And I had to go. Yeah, episode 7's not on YouTube. It shows it's unlisted. So I had to buy episode 7, but I don't care. Worth it. It was on Amazon. Anyway, so it's supposed to go episode 7, then episode 7, sorry, the pig farmer episode, then a mother of a challenge, Hannah in a huff, and then Kick Some Sash. I think that's how it's supposed to go. That's how I watched it because when it shows like the preview, I was like, I didn't see that last episode, so I didn't want to be left in the dark, so I had to go back in. And I'm pretty sure I saw somewhere where Kim was like pissed off that they aired the episodes out of order because after they canceled the show for low viewings, I think Lifetime was just like, we don't care how we air the episodes, just air them, whichever ones are finished. which is like kind of annoying. Because like if you're gonna cancel a show, like you literally only have like a few episodes left, just end it how it's supposed to end. Like why are you airing them out of place? Also, really pissed that the show even got canceled in the first place. In my opinion, the show should literally still be running today. But that's just me. I think it was, this is so bad. And this is coming from me, like the Dance Moms, like fan, like number one stan, like literally take it to the grave with me. I think the show was better than Dance Moms. And I think it's because there were parts with Dance Moms, it's hard to tell what's real and what's fake just because like of how it's edited together. But with Kim of Queens, it's so like easy to tell what is staged and what is like generally like real. So I think that's the difference between why I like Kim of Queens more than I like Dance Moms. And also Dance Moms drama is like fun, you know what I mean? Like it's cool, but like watching a show where they're not constantly fighting with each other, well, after Mariah gets kicked off, after Angie is gone. Because let me tell you something. I love Kim of Queens, but listening to Angie is so like she's just so annoying. She constantly complain about everything. She is literally the number one hater. Like she hated every single thing they did. Every hated every new kid. Hated literally. She made fun of everyone's kid. I'm like, girl, what? Anyway, it's crazy. So Angie's like literally like if Angie has no haters, I'm dead. I'm an Angie hater till the grave. Maybe she's changed. I don't know. But let me tell you, I thought it was really funny how in literally almost every single episode she's got a Team Mariah shirt on. I'm like, okay, like she's literally giving like the Melissa of that show. I don't know. I've been trying to like compare like the moms with the mom from Dance Moms, but like it's kind of hard because the show is literally so different, like the vibe. Because on Dance Moms they're constantly arguing with Abby and like fighting with her, but I feel like not a lot of the moms like fight with Kim. Like if anything, if something happens, they call Kim to like help their daughters. You know what I mean? Like when Addison was sending those frisky texts, like which is crazy by the way. Um, Addison's mom called Kim and then they gave her like the baby. So I feel like they like trust Kim more than like Abby Lee Miller was not trusted by the other moms. But again, it's one of those shows that's like really hard to compare because even though they aired on the same network and probably damn hours after each other or minutes after each other, they're totally different. And I honestly think Kim of Queens should have been around longer than Dance Moms. I feel like, and this is just my opinion, um, oh, I forgot I have my pimple patch on. Great. And this is again just my opinion. I feel like with Kim of Queen or with Dance Moms, there was a point where you didn't want to watch anymore because like it all just got old and Abby got really annoying and it just seemed like she didn't want to be on the show anymore. So it just kind of made the episodes really fucking boring. And I feel like that vibe started when they went to LA. Once JoJo came on the show, uh, Kalani had joined the team. Um, who had left? Chloe had left. Paige and Brooke had left. Like Christy Kelly off the show. Like they were really entertaining, and it just I don't know. It was weird. I don't know. That's just my opinion. I just after season 4 of Dance Moms, like I like watching the episodes. Like whatever, I'll watch them if they're on the TV. But like I don't go out of my way to like watch the seasons, just because they're entertaining. And also, the way they treated Holly and Nia in season 5 is really like not don't want to watch that. Like it's sad. I don't know. It just feels a little bit too personal for me to be watching. Um Anyhow, I love Kim of Queens. I love Miss Joe. She reminds me a lot of my grandma. Every time I watch the show, I'm like, well, that sounds like my grandparent. Um Addison was so funny. I did find out though a few days ago, and this like actually like broke my entire concept of reality that Addison had already been in pageants before she came on the show, which I guess makes sense. I don't know. So with that information going in, it makes a little bit more sense. But also, like, I think when even I first started watching that episode, even with like the preacher's daughter, I was kind of like, how did they like film the show if, because I'm pretty sure the preacher's daughter was a minor, but I can't remember. I was like, how did they film the show if like her dad didn't give like written consent to like be on TV like minor because she's a minor. I don't. It didn't make any sense. And same thing in season 2 when they were filming the people in the froyo shop. I was like, were they dead ass just like filming these people? But then I thought in my head, I used my brain for once, and I was like, yeah, these are like staged. And I even went on TikTok and because the show's been like trending on TikTok, like some clips have been popping up on my For You page, and I'm like, oh my god, I know this show. And some of the girls have talked about like, yeah, stuff like that was staged. However, though Addison is literally the funniest one on the show. Her fucking what was the thing she came up with? Don't something about frisky and risky. I don't remember what she says, but like it's something like that. It's not worth don't be it's not worth the risk to be frisk. I don't know what she says, and I could never quote it like the way she does cuz her little country accent is literally incredible. Anyway, so that's why I missed last week because I was been watching that entire show with my mom. I've also been packing up my apartment because if you guys didn't know, I am moving. Yay. Um, and I'm happy about it, but I'm also kind of sad. I'm moving back in with my parents. I'm not moving into a new apartment. Because my rent has gone up to almost $2,500 a month, which is crazy. Especially right now since I don't have like a job. But here's the vibe. This is my layout for the rest of this year. Um, in April, I'm going to Georgia and I'm filming. I'm going to see Flo with Pink. Because I think I talked about it a few weeks or the last episode, but Zoe can't go anymore. She's had like a family emergency come up, so it's okay, guys. I was gonna do an episode. I was gonna ask Zoe want to do an episode, but like it's fine, because I'll see her in September when we go see Dua Lipa. Um, Maybe even before then. I don't know. Life's crazy, guys. Um, so I'm going with Pink, and I'm really excited to see Pink. We've been texting a lot. I miss her. So I asked her if she wanted to film an episode, or I'm gonna ask, and we're gonna see. Hopefully she says yes. If we do film an episode, it will be like a ghetto episode. Like, okay, I don't like that word actually. I don't like that. It will be a bad the setup. It's not gonna be a bad episode. The setup's just gonna be horrible because it's not gonna be like how me and Zoe did with those 2 episodes. It's probably just gonna be me and her in the car with a camera and 2 microphones. Just because I this damn ring light. First of all, you should see me even trying to set it up. It is really honestly embarrassing. Like I'm supposed to be one of like a teenager who knows how to set stuff up, but like I literally am like a 40-year-old mother, 80-year-old grandma trying to get this ring light set up. And I don't know, I just have to say really quick, if the episode's tilted, I'm so sorry. My camera has been being a bitch today, especially trying to get on the tripod, and I don't even know. Okay, I don't even know. So I just said, you know what? If it's tilted, whatever, I just want to film the freaking podcast. Um, by the way, podcast grind for real this time. I'm gonna get back on it. No more missed weeks. Miss, I don't know. Also, I wanted to let you guys know episodes every Friday. We're switching from Wednesday to Friday, just cause I don't. I like Wednesday was cool for the first 2 episodes because it like worked perfect with my schedule. But now that I don't have a job, the idea of releasing an episode on Wednesday like sounds gross to me. So new episodes every Friday because Friday vibes are good vibes. Like if you're still in school and watch the podcast, like last day of school before the weekend, like, or if you go to work and you don't work on the weekends, like last episode before the week. So, or whoa, new episode on the last day of work before the weekend. Anyhow, so just Fridays are good vibes. Fridays are the days that I allow myself to go get like takeout food and bring it home and like eat it and watch something because like it's just like a good vibe. Other days of the week I cook. So um anyway, the reason I'm saying all this is because new podcast setup is incoming. Um I bought because I'm selling this couch because I literally don't know where to put it. So yeah. Ooh, that was really gross, like voice crack. So yeah, this couch. It's helped me through a lot of podcast episodes, but it is coming like out of my apartment and into someone else's home because it doesn't fit. My parents don't want it because it's like way too small for like their living room because their living room's a little big. It does not fit in my room at my parents' house. It's just I literally have no use for it. So yeah. What else? Oh yeah, the whole reason I'm talking about this is because new setup. Oh my god, I'm literally gonna go take Miss Kim's like speech classes because God, never put me on a stage because I just like the whole time trying to like get something out of my mouth. It's ridiculous. But the reason I want to talk about this is because new setup incoming. I put together a couch this weekend and bed frame. To fit the couch in my room, I had to go from a queen bed to a twin, but I don't really care because I'm not married. I'm not sleeping with anybody. I can fit in a twin. Like, the world's not going to end. And it's just, it feels a little bit more cozy. But yeah, I put together a new couch so I could fit a couch in my room so I could continue to do the podcast on a couch just because I feel like that's the vibe. But yeah, new podcast setup incoming, new couch, new little setup. It's going to be cute. I think it's going to be cute. So yeah, I'm just really excited. But my plan right now with life, because I literally think I started talking about that, but didn't finish my sentence. I have a problem with that on the podcast. We go from this topic to that topic. Literally, it's crazy. But the reason, or my plan right now, God, can I fucking speak proper English? Is I don't have a job right now. I'll move out of my apartment. I'm going back in April to Georgia to see Pink, go to Flow, film a podcast episode, and then I'm coming back. And then I want to just spend the summer chilling because my life is the last few months have been a little crazy and like all over the place, and my mental health has gone from like here to like literally the pits of hell. So kind of want to get that back to a steady place, and I feel like the summer will help with that because seasonal depression is a thing. Anyway, so seasonal depression is a thing, and I feel like the second it stops snowing and the sun comes out, and it's a day I can go lay in the pool and chill out, it's my mental health will go from like hell to literally past heaven. So I am really excited about that. So just like chill through the summer, and then I go back to Georgia August through September. So new podcast episodes. Then I'll be in a whole different fucking place. So yeah, and then after September, when I get back from Georgia, um, I'll find a job and get life figured out. Just because I've applied to a few jobs, but and I did an interview and I got rejected, which is like something I didn't even talk about on the podcast because I didn't. I'm that kind of person that I feel like if I put what's happening in my life out into the world, something like it's I don't know, the universe is gonna like chop it up for me and not make it happen. So I don't like talking about certain stuff that's happening like behind the scenes in my life because I don't want the universe to like take that away from me. But yeah, I got rejected, which you know what? It's fine. The world will keep spinning. Like you have to hear 100 no's before you hear a yes. Is that how you say it? I don't know. Anywho, but yeah, life is lifing right now, and things are happening in my life that are great. Things are happening in my life that are not great. But you know what? That is unfortunately just life, and I'm just learning how to get through it day by day. But let's dive into something actually interesting that I want to talk about this week. Okay. So I have literally been promising this to you guys since like episode 9, which is like has been a month and a half ago. I said I was going to talk about childhood school stories and just more childhood stories that I did with Zoe that didn't make the cut. um, but yeah, I've been promising this to you guys, and I finally want to talk about it because I've been talking about it for like I'm gonna talk about it for like literally almost 2 months. So let's actually talk about it. I didn't write any of these down. I'm just gonna come up with them off the top of my head because I feel like when I write stuff down, it just takes away from the like authenticity. Ew. I don't like saying big words because I feel like I say them and I sound dumb because I don't know what I'm saying. But oh yeah, first of all, okay, we gotta love the fit today. It's Rila Kuma. Um, Look at how cute. I got this, if you guys didn't know, because she's blowing up right now all over TikTok. Vanilla Mice. I love that diva down. First of all, gross ass voice crack. But anyway, Vanilla Mace, love her. I think I started watching her podcast like, like April of last year, and I didn't know she did like Twitch streaming until like May or June. But I have been following her for almost a year now, and first of all, watching someone go from like here to here is like so cool, but especially someone who like feels so deserving of it and also just is sorry, my dog. Also just generally like so deserving of it and so funny and so cool and so talented. She is literally the diva. So Vanilla Mace, tune in. She's so funny. She's on a break from her podcast right now, Vacancy at Vanilla's, but it's okay. I also just got my merch in the mail because I got the first merch drop that was like the podcast merch, and then I just got from the new drop that came out. I got my friend one of her baby tees, and I'm gonna give to her because I love my friend. And then I got the Vanilla Heart T-shirt, and then I got the little poster. So yeah. Anyway, love her. Go follow, go subscribe, go watch her vlogs. Her vlogs are actually also very entertaining. She's just a very overall entertaining person. So, dream guest on my podcast. No, for real though, she's so funny. But anyway, enough of my rambling. Um, this shirt, she was wearing one on like I guess her stream, and it was brown, and then she wore this one, and I was like, okay, Devo, where did you get that? And she told me where she got it, and I literally instantly went and bought it because it's so fucking cute. I love, first of all, I love Rilakkuma, and I love this like rugby tee design. I don't know, it's cute. I can't wait. I'm wearing it out to dinner tonight because I'm going out to dinner with some friends that I used to work with, and I'm excited because I love pink. Especially like on a t-shirt like this color pink, and then also like this. Okay, I'm like rambling. Let's talk about childhood stories for I sit here for like 8,000 hours. I've been seeing a lot of like 2000s nostalgia core. You know those videos that have like the deal 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 deal. Hold on, because you're not gonna know what I'm talking about. Because I've literally, first of all, I cannot fucking sing worth of actual anything. But it's this. All the TikTok videos that have like this sound, and it's like stores being discontinued or like 2000s nostalgia, and it's this. This part, literally executing myself, chopping my head off, getting on the floor, crying, throwing up, screaming, throwing myself off a building. The videos that are under that sound are the most depressing shit I've ever seen in my life because it's all like 2000s core nostalgia when I was growing up, and it's snacks that have been discontinued, stores that are closing. Have you ever eaten these? Do you remember having these as a kid? Remember field days? Remember gym locker rooms? Remember growing up in school and taking this test? And I'm like, oh my God, I remember literally all of that. And it makes me depressed that I'll never be able to experience that again. Like, and I think this is something I've talked about on the podcast before. The way they've taken like commercial stores like Target, Kohl's, Walmart, and just have like dumbed them down with in like color and like prices and stuff like that. I miss Target Cafe. I miss neon lights inside the Target. I miss when Black Friday was actually Black Friday and not just 20% off a $1,000 item. You know what I mean? Anyway, I could talk about that for that's like my niche topic that I could talk about for 8,000 hours because the way it pisses me off so fucking bad. Anyway, also low-key miss cable TV, but maybe that's just me. I don't know. Um, anyway, the reason I talk about that sound is because one thing I see constant on that sound is like field day. I fucking miss and loved field day so much. The way my school did it was a week, okay? And or maybe it because there were six including kindergarten, except I don't think kindergarten did field day. So I take that back. So it was first grade through fifth grade did field day, and it was over a week. So on Monday it would be first grade, Tuesday, second grade, Wednesday, third grade. You get what I'm the point. So I was so blessed to have the same teacher in third grade and fifth grade. I I don't know if I want to say her name. I'll call her Miss C because her last name started with C. She was literally the best teacher I think I've ever had in the world. The way she did musically with us, the way she ran her classroom, the way she did field day, the way she would go on vacation, come back and spend like a whole like 45-minute period of class just showing us pictures from her vacation. Like she is literally like if you're trying to become a teacher, that is the teacher you look up to. Like I love her and miss her so much. I saw her at my elementary school walk. I miss that diva. Anyway, love her. The way field day was, it was over like a week period, and the teacher would like sit down and they'd be like, okay, who wants to do this? And it'd be like balloon popping, where you would like run, sit on the balloon, pop it, run back, then the next person would go, and whoever like popped all the balloons won. And then you'd raise your hand, and then we'd, if there's like 5 spots that need to be filled, pick out 5 kids. Maybe if a kid did it last year, you'd let a new kid do it this year who hasn't done it before. Just like that kind of vibe. And you'd go through all like the whole lineup, the whole list of field day stuff you got going on. And she would always, especially this teacher, she would always make sure at least we got 3 to 4 games, because we did like at least 30 field game days. Restart that sentence. We did at least 30 games during field day. And we even did like an intermission, like lunch, and you could like leave with your parents to go get food and come back. Like it was so fucking lit. Anyway, I miss it. But so yeah, there's like 30 games, and she'd at least make sure we got 3 to 4 games, I would say. Um, like I don't know, she, especially if a kid had like 8 games, but another kid had like two, she would make like someone give up a game so that kid could have three. Just the way she did stuff was perfect, and I will never forget that because she was like literally the sweetest woman ever. But field day, oh my, being in those bleachers with my team, trying to beat the other classes. I think honestly, I'm trying to think. I don't remember how many field days I've won, but I would say at least two. Because I had very competitive teachers, especially the one I had in third and fifth grade. That woman, first of all, she was a bodybuilder, so she did not play. She did not play, especially when it came to field day. She did not play. But yeah, I loved field day. My favorite game was, I never actually, I think I did it in fifth grade, doing the pop the balloon, where you run, like sit your fat ass on the balloon and run back. And at the time I was skinny, so there was no but. But now if I did it, boom, and just because this ass fat, don't play. Sorry, there's a lot happening right now. My dog is like actually judging me. It's scary. But yeah, I miss field day. I love field day. Um, oh my god, I was talking with Pink about this the other day. There was this kid I went to school with. And I don't even remember what started the altercation. I literally cannot remember. But this one kid, those cubes, those like not rubber, but foam cubes, and they would count like 100 on one side, 100 on, and it was just like a cube, and then there were like 1 cube pieces, 5 cube pieces, 10 cubes, and then like the 100 block one. Someone picked up the 100 block one and threw it at some girl, and it, like, the corner of it hit her eye really hard, like the inside of her eye, and her eye just started bleeding, and I was fucking traumatized because the way like teachers were like freaking the fuck out. And her mom worked at the school, so her mom came and got her, and they like left and went to the, yeah, I don't even know what happened after that, but I will never forget that because that shit was crazy, and that kid was like put in a different classroom. But yeah. Also, I don't know why they did this. For some reason in the fourth grade, they were trying to teach us about like switching classes like you do. Because I don't know if you guys did this, but when I was in middle school, we didn't switch for every single actually, we switched for every single teacher like how you would in high school. Weird. I don't fucking know. But they were trying to like prepare us for what that would be like. So in the fourth grade, I don't know why you wouldn't do, I don't, it was weird. In the fourth grade, they would send us like a teacher for like one like learning lesson, like math, science, English, you know what I mean? And then send us back. Excuse me. And I got put with this one teacher who was so fucking loud. She like screamed at kids and it was really fucking scary. So I remember going to my teacher. Well, I went to my mom and my mom told me to go to the teacher. So I went to the teacher and my mom was like, if the teacher says like no or something, I'll come up and deal with it because my mom didn't play. And I'll tell you guys about how my mom didn't play in a second. But I went to my teacher and I was like, hey, um, I don't like switching classes with this teacher because only a handful of kids did it. And I don't know why I was fucking chosen. Like out of like the 10 or out of like the I had like 26 kids in my classroom because again, I grew up in Georgia. So out of like the 10 kids in the classroom, I was one of them. So that's first of all fucking great. Thank you, luck. But yeah, I went up to my teacher and I was like, this teacher screams and is loud and I'm scared. I don't want to switch classes anymore. So she took me out and replaced me with like another kid. That poor kid, I'm so fucking sorry. But anyway, I think the teacher also told the principal about it and that teacher went on a little hiatus. So sorry. I didn't mean to do that. Um, oh, yeah, my mom didn't play when it came to like school and stuff, like grades and stuff like that. Like she just my mom first of all, if as long as we tried, my mom was fine. So like if I tried on a test and got like a D or an F, it's just the point that I tried, especially in math because my mom was taught math one way, I was taught math another way, and the way they're teaching math now, when if I ever have a kid and that kid goes to school, I'm not gonna fucking know what's going on because I can't. You know what? I can when it comes past division, you lost me, especially with that fraction shit. And don't even fucking get me started on the fact that there are letters in fucking math. That shit piss. Stop, because I'm gonna get mad. I don't fuck with algebra. One, two, three, or four. I don't fuck with it. Not cool. Moving on. So anyway, my mom didn't play when it came to school, but she also didn't play when it came to teachers doing certain things. A good example would be when my great grandma, I think, yeah, because it was my mom's grandma. Yeah. My great grandma passed away, and Georgia was like in the middle of like a tornado, and we were in lockdown. And mom was like, she came to the school to pick me up and my brother, and she was like, or maybe she'd already picked up my brother. I don't remember. But she was like, no, she had already picked up my brother because me and my brother are like 4 years apart. So when I was going into like first grade, he was like leaving. But anyway, she came in to pick me up and she was like, I need to pick Austin up. Like, we just had a family member die. I have to get them back to the house. So once this is over, we can get to the hospital, all that. And they were like, no, like, we're under a lockdown. There's a tornado. You cannot come. And my mom, first of all, like, my mom's mom, grandma, oh, whoa, my mom's grandma had just died. So my mom's already like, really upset because that's like the one person she was closest to. So she's already like really upset, like crying. And they're saying, no, you can't get Austin. But she'd already picked up my brother from middle school. So she was literally, she told him, I'm not leaving here unless you give me my son. Because you had to go through the office to get them to unlock the doors to go through like the rest of the school. My mom said, I will break down those front doors and go grab him. Like, I'm not kidding. So then they were like, okay, like she's serious. So then they went and got me, and I'll never forget. They dead ass sent me back to that classroom by myself to get all my stuff to go home. No teacher came with me. No one came. I literally went to that classroom, pitch black, grabbed all my stuff and left. And I was fucking terrified, by the way, because a tornado. First of all, I don't even know if a tornado touched down, but it was raining really hard outside, and we were under like a tornado watch. So really fucking scary for like a fifth grader to go back and get their shit by themselves. Like, I was terrified. But I got it, went home, found all that out, cried, and then the tornado passed. And I honestly think I sat in that basement and made a musically with my dog, like literally a few minutes after my mom told us. Kind of crazy. Kind of fucking crazy. Um, oh my God. I went to this camp, and this is not, I guess this is a childhood story because it happened when I was getting out of the fifth grade, but we did the D.A.R.E program. I don't know if you guys know what the D.A.R.E program is. It's like, don't do drugs, and like police officers come and talk to you every week about drugs and how it like affects your life, and just basically don't do drugs. And at the end of like our, I guess it was kind of like a seminar, because once it was over, like we got like certificates and we decided, we like signed on paper not to do drugs, but I'm pretty sure a bunch of kids I went to school with now do drugs. So like, what the fuck was the point of that? I'm just kidding. Just kidding. But we got like a D.A.R.E certificate, and Yeah, that was life, bruh. Got a certificate. And then they offered this program called D.A.R.E camp. And I decided to go. I don't know why I didn't go to 4-H camp because first of all, I was on the 4-H council. Don't play. It was me, Zoe, and this girl named Charlie and this girl named Caleb, and we ran that fucking 4-H like it was the fucking Pentagon. Okay, except on the mornings when would have to like report on stuff that's happening like in the world. I was, what is it called, the treasurer? I don't really know. I don't even remember what the fucking treasurer did because there would be sometimes I would forget to write my report and have my mom do it in the morning of. But we've all been there. We've all been there. So also in the fifth grade. I've also had like 5 seizures since then and hit my head, so like a lot of stuff is hard to remember. But anyway, I had a choice between 4-H camp and D.A.R.E camp, and I don't know why the fuck I chose D.A.R.E camp over 4-H camp, especially when all of my friends were going to 4-H camp. Stupid decision of me, but I went to D.A.R.E camp, and it was a mistake. My mom, I literally had gotten braces in the fifth grade, and my mom told me if anything happens and you want to come home, send a sign because we weren't allowed to call our parents. Just to send a sign, so they would send pictures of us. So like hold up like the help me, that like sign that people do when they need help. So she was like, hold up a sign, like send me a sign, do something. So you know what my genius plan was when I was ready to leave? First of all, we'll get to what happened, but first of all, we get on this bus and I'm seeing some kids I go to school with. I'm seeing some kids I don't fucking know, but I'm seeing like at least 4, 5, 6 kids I go to school with. So I'm like, okay, I'm fine. But then I realize they're all kids that don't fuck with me and I don't fuck with them, or they hate me because I sound gay. I don't even know. I don't. Or I hang out with only girls. Like, okay, and like you get zero bitches, and I'm here hanging out with all the girls. Like, the fuck. But there was a different reason for that. So anyway, but sorry. Um, the whole process of dare camp was interesting, but we get on this bus. It's like 8 in the morning. I just had Chick-fil-A breakfast because I'm a Southerner, and we're sitting on this bus. And I'm sitting next to this kid, falls asleep like this, like my shoulder, falls asleep on my shoulder. Interesting. Literally never met this kid before in my life. So I'm sitting there with this kid on my shoulder the whole time, like, this is fucking great. Like, what a great way to start my dare camp experience. First of all, 3 hour car ride. Card? 3 hour car ride. So finally, we get to dare camp, and we get off the bus, and I'm like, fuck, I want to go home. And the first thing they did was we went inside, and we left all of our bags on the bus. I don't know why. And we were told no phones. And at the time, I had like my dad's old cell phone and I have like my own phone. So I didn't bring my phone because we were told no phones. Well, Austin, you're dumb. And this is why I don't listen to fucking rules anymore, okay? Because if I would have listened to the rules, I would have been able to fucking go home. Anyway, we go inside and there's this like make your own name tag badge, like station. So I'm making my name tag and some kid comes up to me, why are you using pink? That's a girl color. Boy, why do you fucking care? How about that? Why do you fucking care what color I use for my fucking dare camp name tag? Anyway, made my name tag. It was cute. I don't know where it went. I literally think I left it at camp. Anyway, so we did that, and then they had like watermelon for us to eat. I don't know. It's hard to remember because so much happened that like literal week I was at camp, but I don't know. So we then get assigned camp counselors, and all the camp counselors are college kids, so we can already see how that went. And I don't, this is one thing I'll never fucking forget. There was this kid who was dating, and I say that with heavy quotations because this came from the kid's mouth, and I don't think I really ever saw them like kissed or like hang out, but they did interact with each other. But this is all just alleged, okay? Because I'm not about to get sued. There was a fresh out of fifth grade kid dating one of the camp counselors who was like a freshman in college. He had said they had like kissed. Again, all alleged because yes, I did see them interact with each other, but I never saw them kiss or do anything. And this is coming from like a fresh to be sixth grader's mouth, so all alleged. I don't know. I don't want to say it's not true because there are some really fucked up people in the world, but again, all alleged. So that happened, first of all, at a police officer camp. So really interesting how that works. Hold on, I just want to make sure no one's tried to like call me. And by no one, I want to make sure my mom hasn't tried to call me. Okay. But yeah, so very interesting. And then there was, we all got assigned to our cabins, and like the boys were with the boys, girls were with like the girl counselors, boys were with boy counselors, all the boys and stuff like that. So it was like the boys versus like the girls. And so I we get into our little cabin, and they're like, okay, you can sleep there, you can sleep there. We're all getting assigned like rooms. And they're like, oh fuck, like we've ran out of cabin space. Like there's no more beds. Me still without a bed. What the fuck? And so then they're like, go to the other cabin and see if they have more beds and they can just sleep in there and will be assigned to those counselors. Okay. So sorry, my podcast mic just decided to stop working. So it's me and like a few other counselors and like 8 kids, and we're in this room, and they're like, yeah, we don't have anything else. We have like 4 more cots, but we don't have any like bunk beds left. So we bring the cots in, and 4 kids go and claim them. Okay, great. So now there's 4 kids that still don't have a bed, cot, or anything. So they go, hey, we're going to give you guys a pillow. Just sleep on the floor next to the fucking bunk beds. What? So me and 4 other kids, or sorry, me and 3 other kids had to fucking sleep on the floor. But at 4-H camp, they were fucking ziplining. They were riding roller coasters, but I was sleeping on a fucking floor at D.A.R.E camp. Kind of really fucking crazy. So we all go to bed. Day one's done. Wake up in the morning to the loudest fucking music I've ever heard in my life. First of all, it's not even time for us to wake up. It's like 2 a.m. Some kids playing "Hump Me, Fuck Me, Daddy Better Make Me Choke" by Cupcake. Which I know that song now because it was like trending all over TikTok when the remixes were happening. But at the time, I was like, "What the fuck is this song?" So that happened. Day two happened. It was miserable. Or yeah, day two happened. I don't really remember what happened much of day two. Day three happened. It was like swimming day, so we all had to get in the pool and take the test, even if we weren't going to swim, to make sure we could swim in the shallow deep end. So I get in, take the test, get out, and I sit and I'm reading. And one of the counselors goes up to me, and he goes, "Are you okay?" And I go, "Yeah." The fuck? And he goes, "Why are you not trying to make friends with the other kids?" I look at this fucker and I go, it's not my thing. And I just start crying because I just want to fucking go home. So fucking embarrassing. And by the way, every morning we would eat breakfast and we would have to clean it up. Like, we literally have to go in the back, wash dishes and shit. And I bet they weren't doing that shit at 4-H camp. You know what? I bet they were spending their morning eating breakfast, first of all, fucking top notch breakfast, and then ziplining for the rest of the day. No, not us. Not fucking us. We were cleaning up our dishes after we ate them and getting in the fucking pool. Okay? Anyway, so that day comes to an end, and it's like shower time. So we go shower, and we would have to wait in like a 30-minute line, and each kid would go in, shower, come out, shower, come out. And there were like 4 or 5 showers, but we had like literally 25 of us in the fucking cabin. So it took a second. Some kid walked in on another kid showering. He like screamed as if he was being axe murdered in the fucking shower. The world did not end, dude. Some kid accidentally just walked in on you. You're fine. So that happened. Day three happened, and it was like canoe. Is that what they're called? Like when you get in a thing in like the middle of the river, like a canoe. A, yeah, I think it's called a canoe. I don't fucking know. But we're paddling in the boat canoe thingy, and everyone's out there like paddling, doing their shit. And finally, it's my turn to get in a fucking canoe with this other kid. Don't know what the fuck I'm doing. This D.A.R.E police officer dude comes over and he goes, "Here, let me push you guys in." Sorry, the audio keeps cutting out. I don't know what's happening. The dude fucking flips the canoe, and me and this kid go face over into some mud and water. Are you dead ass right now, bro? So we're muddy for the rest of the day until it's time to shower, because we couldn't go shower by ourselves. God fucking forbid we get the fucking mud washed off our faces. And they thought it was the funniest fucking shit ever that we were goddamn covered in mud. Bro, what the fuck is funny? Pissed me off so goddamn bad. Like, I'm gonna pull out that gun and shoot you on your fucking thing. Anyway, D.A.R.E camp, not a fun experience. Don't recommend. So finally, I'm ready to go home. So I decide, what's my genius plan? Okay, I just got braces. Let me fucking rip the wires of my braces out of my mouth. So there's just like the brackets left. So I did that. Literally, there's photos of the police officers like sending pictures to my mom of me, and they've got like my mouth open and they're cutting the wires out of my mouth. What does my mom do? He's fine. Girl, you said send a sign, and that's exactly what I did. And guess what? You didn't fucking come get me. And I still hold that over to her head today because that shit pissed me off so bad. And then when I asked like to go home, like I want to call my mom and go home, they said, sorry, we can't do that. So I proceed to cry. And we're in like this session learning about like drugs and stuff and why not to do them. Just sitting there, I'm sobbing. I've got like a gray t-shirt on. The whole t-shirt is like dark gray now because I've been just sobbing and wiping my face with it. I wanted to go home so fucking bad, but my mom didn't come and get me. So finally, when she came and got me, I was so fucking pissed. But it's okay because we got like steak and shake, and then I went home and like slept. It was. I would never do that shit again. I would never do an overnight camp again. It's just not my thing. You know, really not my thing. Anyway, I think that's what we're gonna call it today, just because my mic has been fucking up and I'm feeling a little bit ravenous, a little bit hungry, so I think I'm gonna grab something to eat, and get ready for my dinner with my friends. And Daisy needs to go outside, so we're gonna call it here. Hope you guys have a great rest of your week. I promise I will literally be back next week. I'm not fucking going anywhere. So yeah, have a great rest of your week. I will see you guys next time. Bye.